Hey everyone, welcome back to Chapters Create Character. I'm your host, Legend Moore, and today we're going to be reading another scary story time with you guys. If you're scared, grab a flashlight, but let's tune in for a spooky night.
Who? Chris repeated, letting the tears run down her cheeks. Who? I have, Lindy said. Her smile spread into a grin almost as wide as Slappy's. She closed her eyes and laughed. Huh? Chris didn't understand. What did you say? I said I have been doing it, Lindy repeated. Me. Lindy, it was all a joke. Chris. I got you again. She nodded as if confirming her words. Chris gaped at her twin in disbelief. It was all a joke? Lindy kept nodding. You moved Mr. Wood during the night? You dressed him in my clothes and made him say those gross things to me? You put him in the kitchen? You made that horrible mess? Lindy chuckled. Yeah. I really scared you, didn't I? Chris balled her hands into angry fists. But, she sputtered. Why? For fun, Lindy replied, dropping back onto her bed, still grinning. Fun? I wanted to see if I would scare you, Lindy explained. It was just a joke, you know. I can't believe you fell for that voice in the closet just now. I must be really good ventriloquist. But Lindy, you really believe Mr. Wood was alive or something? Lindy said, laughing, enjoying her victory. You're such a nit. Nit? Half a nitwit. Lindy burst into wild laughter. It isn't funny, Chris said softly. I know, Lindy replied. It's a riot. You should have seen the look on your face when you saw Mr. Wood downstairs in your precious beads and earrings. How did you ever think of such a mean joke? Chris demanded. It just came to me, Lindy answered with some pride. When you got your dummy, you didn't want me to get a dummy, Chris said thoughtfully. You're right, Lindy quickly agreed. I wanted something that would be mine for a change, so I'm tired of you being a copycat. So you thought of this mean joke? Chris accused. Lindy nodded. Chris strode angrily to the window and pressed her forehead against the glass. I can't believe I was so stupid, she muttered. Neither can I, Lindy agreed, grinning again. You really made me start thinking that Mr. Wood was alive or something, Chris said, staring out the window to the backyard below. You really made me afraid of him? Aren't I brilliant? Lindy proclaimed. Chris turned to face her sister. I'm never speaking to you again, she said angrily. Lindy shrugged. It was just a joke. No, Chris insisted. It was too mean to be a joke. I'm never speaking to you again. Never. Fine, Lindy replied curtly. I thought you had a sense of humor. Fine. She slid into bed, her back to Chris, and pulled the covers up over her head. I've got to find a way to pay her back for this, Chris thought. But how?